No problem.
Okay, I think are we good to start, are we? I'm just checking in with that. Okay, so what I'll do is I think we should start our session for today.
Fantastic.
So, hello everyone, welcome to everybody out there. Hopefully you can see me very well, and it's for the Fringe 2023 session that we're talking about today. So we've all come together to share some information about what the Fringe Festival is, and hopefully you'll be more informed. So today, my name is Carline, and I'm working for Deaf Connect. We also have with us here Tara Macleod, and she's the Director of Finance and Operations, and that's also with the Fringe Festival. So welcome, Tara, for joining today's session.
Thank you very much for having me.
Wonderful. I guess because time is coming upon us for the Fringe Festival to start. So we're getting very excited, right, Tara?
Very exciting. It's really great to be back this year, particularly with where we've been with COVID, for example. I think this is the first year that we felt quite comfortable to say that there will be no or very little COVID restrictions. So we're really excited for what that brings for 2023.
Wonderful. And I think too that everywhere and everyone, I think we're very excited for 2023 and having COVID, I guess in our past, but we're very excited for the Fringe Festival. And as we grow, there'll be more shows and more events happening. So that's exciting.
Yeah, correct.
And we do have some questions to ask you, Tara.
Great.
So for anyone that's, thinking about attending the Fringe Festival, we're open to questions. So thank you for your time today, and thanking you too for the information that you share.
Great.
Okay, so the first question, Tara, thank you too. Obviously the Fringe Festival is there, but can you tell us what's involved, what's entailed with the Fringe Festival, please?
Sure. Adelaide Fringe is the biggest arts festival in Australia. It's the second biggest festival in the world. Very little known fact, actually. It's an annual open arts festival. The open access nature means that anyone with a show, exhibition, or cultural event is able to register to participate. Adelaide Fringe has artists from around the globe each year to put on their shows spanning across cabaret, comedy, circus, film, dance, music, visual arts, and design. Fringe takes over the entire city with pop-up venues in parks, laneways, empty buildings, as well as established venues such as theatres, pubs, art galleries, and cafes. Fringe also hits South Australia's regional towns, so it's really statewide.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. It's obviously a diverse type of shows and interactions and theatres, and also locations are quite diverse. That's really good. I was reading somewhere, let me just think, I think there were over 1,200 different shows. Is that correct in saying that? That's
right. So we're looking at now maybe reaching 1,400 shows. So it's a really big festival. I think most people don't understand just how big it is. So yeah, we're trying to get to 2020 numbers, and we're not far off 2020 numbers now, because obviously COVID played a big part in 2021 and 2022 festivals, which is unfortunate, but that it was COVID. The fact that we were able to still have our festival was absolutely wonderful, and it was down to the hard work of SA Health, you know, the state government and the really hardworking team here at Adelaide Fringe to ensure that it happened in a really COVID safe way. So I think we're, again, one of the only festivals in the world to not have needed to cancel during that time, which is really fantastic for our state and fantastic for the artists that participate, because obviously there was a huge...
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah. There was a huge, you know, drop in the amount of shows, the number of shows and events and venues across the country that could hold, you know, artists and then performing their shows. So, you know, we were lucky to be able to at least have a festival and for them to participate.
Yeah, that's fantastic to hear. And you should be proud of that work that you've achieved there. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was really great. It was a lot of hard work. I will say, very stressful. As we all know, that the restrictions were changing very, very quickly. So it was a stressful time, but we managed it, and it was great to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, great. So another number I came across too in my readings as to how many venues were involved. So I think there was 300 different venues that are partaking in the festival, yeah?
Yeah, it's nearly 400 actually, nearly 400 venues, which again is very important for our state. If you think about, again, coming out of COVID and I guess the ability for these venues, whether they were a small pub or a restaurant or a cafe, or indeed someone who just wanted to host an event in a laneway, being able to come back in 2023 and host these wonderful shows as part of Fringe means that they've got people coming back through their doors. People are spending money. It's great for the state and our economy. If you look at tourism numbers are really are up in a great way over Fringe. So it's it's a really important festival for the state in a number of ways.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So with the Fringe Festival, you mentioned that there were different types of shows like cabaret, and as you mentioned, so many numerous, I guess, genres of shows. So what's the most popular that people tend to attend, do you think?
Well, we don't really say most popular. The great thing about Fringe is that there's really something for everybody. You know, we've made it easier for you to pick shows with a range of filters on our website and produce different guides, such as the Access Guide and a schools booking guide. So there's so much on at different times, and you can filter by time, by date, price, genre, venue, accessibility options, such as Auslan interpreted shows with high or low audio content. We have relaxed performances, wheelchair accessible performances, step-free venues, hearing loops, open caption, and many more. You can expect the unknown at Fringe, so I will say that. You can see anything from disco walking tours, high-flying circus, burlesque, kids shows, tribute bands. There's even a new food and drink strand as part of the festival this year. So you can learn to make pasta sauce in the barossa. So it's so varied. I mean, people, I think, love the circus physical theatre type shows, but really there's so much, and that's why Fringe is so appealing, because there's so many different shows that you can see.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. It's amazing talking about access and the provision of access there, how brilliantly they provide that access to everyone, from people with disabilities or all, accommodating everybody's needs there. So I do have the access book here with me.
As you do? Because I've also got it here.
Oh, good. Yes, the access guide. So looking through that, I was really amazed to see all the information in there provided. It's just fantastic. for people of all natures to know what's accessible, what shows are accessible, and that's really important for people to have that understanding. So well done.
Thank you. Yeah, we've really made this year, I think, in terms of the website and being able to filter shows and understand what shows are available at different times, we've really made a big push in that space to make it more accessible. So we hope that your community comes out and absolutely engages with Fringe more this year. And, you know, we are always open to feedback. We want to know what worked, what didn't work, and how we can improve moving forward. It's really important.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I don't think there'll be any concerns there. I'll certainly get the word out. And
great.
Anyone in the deaf community then gets the word out to their communities too. So
yeah, great. Wonderful. We've got some fantastic shows that I will just mention that are really wonderful. We kick off the Fringe this year on the 12th of February. So it's a bit earlier than the Fringe opening, which is the 17th of February. But on Sunday, the 12th of February, the public are welcome to join us for our welcome ceremony in Botanic Gardens. So please join us in acknowledging the ancestors and pay respects to the land and waters on which Fringe gathers. It's a really important event, and we're really proud to put that on in conjunction with some wonderful First Nations artists in South Australia. The next one is Electric Skies. It is a slightly different event from last year's Sky Song. I say slightly, but it's completely different. But it is across 2 nights in Victoria Park, and it's a multi-sensory electrifying show woven with First Nations language and traditional songs, and drones will animate the sky. So it's similar to Sky Song last year, and in that it's drones, but very different in how it's actually how it's performed and how it's animated in the sky. It's a really exciting event that we're running this year, and it's in conjunction with Electric Fields, the South Australian band.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you for sharing those are 2 particular events. So that'll be really exciting. And I guess Fringe always comes up with something new every year. So certainly keep an eye out on those 2 particular events.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So I've been attending Fringe for numerous years, and there's normally gardens of unearthly delights, aren't there?
There are, yes.
So can you talk to me a little bit more about that and what's involved with that, please?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've got, we talk about our major hubs, and certainly the Garden of Unearthly Delights and Gluttony, based in the city, are our 2 major venues. They're our old favourites, Fringe old favourites in the east end of the city. They're back. These are your biggest outdoor Fringe hubs, who have different venues inside with hundreds of shows each day. There's food options, there's roving performers, there's places to just take it all in, just to sit and enjoy the atmosphere. They're both wonderful places. Even if you don't want to go to the shows, to the shows that are in there, it's wonderful just to go in and wander through both venues. The Wonderland Spiegel tent is returning in 2023 and will be located in Hindmarsh Square, along with other classic venues such as Rhino Room, Holden Street Theatres, Garage International, which is behind the Adelaide Town Hall. We have some exciting new venues this year as well. Fool's Paradise is in Victoria Square and will be a hub of over 30 shows that are on offer throughout the Fringe. So it's a new venue for us. We're really excited about it. And they'll host, as I said, over 30 shows in there, which is just fantastic for that part of the city. Adelaide College of the Arts in Light Square, so ACR, as it's otherwise known. We'll have a number of shows in that venue, and another venue at the Migration Museum, the chapel and the yurt, they're called. So just in the courtyard of Migration Museum, there's a yurt that's being purpose-built and a chapel. So a mix of old and new this time.
Oh, wow, that's like so exciting again. Like I always say, it's always exciting, and having these conversations is just more exciting again. I noticed in the past with the Unearthly Delights and the Gluttony, I've noticed in the past with those venues, is it free entry, or do you have to pay to pop in?
No, you do not need to pay. No, it's all free. You're only paying once you get inside if you want to go to a show, because in the garden and in Gluttony, they have so many venues inside those hubs. So you're absolutely free to walk around and take in the sights, and have some food and some drink, and just enjoy the atmosphere. So there's no cost.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. That's such good information to know. I'm really, really excited for everyone to get there.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And so just going back to the program, which is absolutely fantastic, it does say in there, which ones will have interpreters.
Yes, it does. So there are many shows.
Fantastic selection, I can just say.
Yes.
And I know that there are many other shows that will be happening as well. I guess if people would like to see other shows, how do they organize? How do they go about organizing to have an interpreter if it's not a scripted, interpreted show?
We can always look at if there are shows that people want to go to, then we can always just get in contact with us, and we can see if we can organise that. There are many shows that are accessible this year, and the filters on the website, as we talked about earlier, we hope it will make it easier for audiences to narrow down and pick a show. Throughout the main Adelaide Fringe program and the Adelaide Fringe Access Guide, which I keep showing, there are icons that are indicating Auslan interpreted performances, open captioning on shows, or shows with high visual content. Deaf Connect even have their own icon next to show listings for their top picks of the Fringe. And there's even another icon for shows with deaf and or lived experience of disability. You can book online at Fringe box offices, or you can either organise tickets through phone via the National Relay Service. So there's a few different ways of ensuring of tickets.
Oh, that's so great. And, for anyone who's out there who thinks that they, are having troubles or are having troubles with getting through with their internet or anything like that, just remember here at Deaf Connect, we can support you, help you to get in contact with the Fringe, and also we can support with organising interpreters for other shows that might not be in the book. Deaf Connect are happy to support you, and you can contact us. It's quite easy.
That's great.
Great.
Wonderful.
So, I feel like we've had lots and lots of information that you've given us about the Fringe Festival. So when does it start again? Are we looking at the middle of February? What are those dates again?
Well, the first date for our welcome ceremony is on Sunday, the 12th of February, but the actual festival doesn't start until the 17th of February, so a few days later.
Right.
You're nearly right. And it runs until the 19th of March.
Yeah, great. That's right. Thank you for that. And I was thinking, I know I saw another number there, which was the 31 days of festival.
Yes. Yeah, it's a very big, long 31 days. Very exciting. 31 days.
Yes, yes.
Very exciting.
And I'm just thinking, so the tickets, once again, how many tickets are we planning to sell this year? What's the aim? I mean, I know I know you always want to get those numbers up. What's the goal?
Yeah. Well, in 2022, we sold over 727,000 tickets. And this year, we're aiming to sell 1 million tickets. So we're encouraging everyone to get out there and support the artists and venues so we can reach that 1 million tickets, which will be such an amazing number to reach. It is fantastic.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is a huge task. Do you feel confident?
We do feel confident, actually. I think that, you know, after 2 years of COVID in Australia or globally, people are ready to come out. They're ready to engage with each other again. You know, they're ready to connect, and they're ready to consume and have different experiences in their lives. And I think that that's really important. People are excited to get back out there. So it's it's a very interesting time. It'll be great. So
look, I am so sure that the deaf community, all of you out there, will be adding to those ticket sales so we can get to the 1 million.
That would be wonderful. I think the stat that we had that we talk about is that if everyone who bought a ticket last year or in previous years bought one more ticket, we would surpass the 1 million ticket target.
Oh,
it's not that much of a stretch.
No, right. You're so right. You're so right, Tara.
Yeah, one more ticket.
Again, it's exciting, right? It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
It's an exciting time, and it's you know, it's if you look at it, that every ticket that's sold goes back to supporting an artist or a venue that so desperately needed it coming out of COVID in 2022.
Yeah, no, definitely, Tara, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And so just before we close,
mm-hmm.
I'd just like to give a big thanks to you for your time today, Tara. And, you know, another number that I've looked at, which I think is perhaps a favourite number.
Oh, yes.
Is the shows and what age they suit. You know, what age groups are they targeted at Fringe? So they're saying we can do everything from a 1-year-old to
a
100+-year-old.
Yes. Oh, yes. We have some excellent Fringe shows for babies. There's a balloon show and a bubble show that's wonderful for kids, and then we have everything up to that would suit anyone, really. So it's really down to taste, not really, I guess, and not really age, but you might like to go to a bubble show that's really aimed at kids, and that's okay. You can go to any show you like.
Yeah, actually, you know what, Tara, you're giving me ideas. Might be a good idea for me to think about, you know, connecting with the child within and going to one of those shows.
I know. Yes, absolutely. Why not?
And I'm just thinking of another thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you've spoken around, or can you tell us around booking accommodation throughout Adelaide?
We have a partnership with Crown Plaza, which is a great partnership for us. But there's obviously a lot of new hotels in Adelaide. There's Airbnbs in Adelaide as well. There's fantastic caravan parks that are available, cabins. You know, there's a lot of different places to stay in Adelaide. I would say though, that if you're thinking of coming to Adelaide to participate in Fringe, I highly recommend booking some accommodation as soon as possible. We do know that there are, in some instances, on some days, it's very, very difficult to get any accommodation, because also we have, there's it's called Mad March for a reason, where there's a lot of things going on in Adelaide. So there are some dates where it's going to be tricky to get accommodation. So just make sure you jump on and book really quickly.
Yeah, good idea. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's a busy time.
Just before we head off, we'll just show the booklet again, the access guide. Now, this has all the information for everybody as far as Auslan interpreted performances, and there's other information as well. So where can you get a copy? You can get a copy of this book from Deaf Connect. We can provide it to you if you need one. Yeah,
it's also online. So if you don't or can't get a physical copy, then it's online as well. But if you would like a physical copy, there are various locations throughout Adelaide that have this printed copy. If you do want one, you can't find one, then just get in contact with either Deaf Connect or Adelaide Fringe, and we will post one out to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, fantastic, Tara. Fantastic. This is the guide you want. It's an easy find.
It is. It's very good, but it is online as well. So there's equally as much information online as there is in the book.
Great. That's so great. Thank you so much, Tara.
Excellent. And if there's anything,
I'll be at the Fringe. I'm hoping to see you around. I'm hoping to be there.
Great, wonderful.
And hopefully I'll get to see the deaf community there as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone popping up in all the different shows and venues as well. So happy Fringe. Happy Fringe, everyone. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. We can't wait to see you there. Absolutely. Thanks, Tara. Bye-bye for now. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye. You too. Bye.